What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are back at it with the second issue of Blue Beetle Graduation Day, issue number 2. But before we continue onward with everything that's blue, DC, and Blue Beetle-esque, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. And because we managed to cross over 1,000 subs, let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan as we try to get 15 more subs before the end of 2022. We got one more day, guys, so let's do it. Don't be rude, it's free, folks. It's the price of admission. Don't be a nerd, show some class. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's get bluey with Blue Beetle, issue number 2. Our story begins like any story should, with Jaime Reyes, who right now is watching the local news, which currently at the moment is reporting on various sightings of the mysterious Yellow Beetle, now codenamed Dynasties. Ooh. And it's here where the local news starts to air an exclusive interview with Wonder Woman, and Diana basically assures the world media that the Justice League is monitoring the situation, and that there's nothing to worry about. Now, this obviously doesn't sit well with Jaime, given the fact that the Yellow Beetle is clearly related to the Reach, an evil alien species who wants to invade the Earth, and they're the ones who created the Blue Beetle suit. And with Superman having grounded him, Jaime at the moment feels pretty useless, but at least his aunts don't deem him as such, because they order him to get back to work effective immediately. Because remember, ever since Jaime graduated high school back in the first issue, he now works for his Aunt Gloria's diner, over in Palmera City, the makings of his way into adulthood. The more you know. Now, regardless of how Jaime feels, him feeling like he's missing out on what's happening, he tries to cheer himself up by creating a vlog, so he can send his friends videos, and to give his buddies updates, and to showcase Palmera City. And it actually turns out there's a lot to do here, one of the hotspots being the Hub, which is a high-tech boom town where the smartest minds in the world come to meet and invent and solve the world's problems. And fun fact, apparently Cord Industries has offices within the city, and so it's here where we see Jaime entering a Cord Industries building, because right now he has a meeting with the CEO, Ted Cord, the original Blue Beetle. However, once Jaime enters the building, Kaja Da distinctly transforms Jaime into the Blue Beetle. Now remember, lately the blue scarab has sort of been acting weirdly of late, and so seemingly this becomes one of those instances. However, before Jaime can figure out on what's happening, that's where we see Dynasties ambushing Blue Beetle, and we see the yellow villain smack him down with a devastating punch. Now luckily the scarab armor absorbs most of the blow, and from there, Jaime tries to reach out to Dynasties, but when he realizes that the Yellow Beetle isn't in the mood for talking, the fight between Blue Beetle and the Yellow Beetle begins. Now, while these two battle it out within Cord Industries, in the midst of all of it, Blue Beetle is starting to get these weird signals from Kaja Da, who's still communicating in a dialect that Jaime just cannot understand, thereby giving him another vision of the Reach, those little creepy little bug guys. Ew. And just when Dynasties is about to pound on a defenseless Jaime, that's when we see the arrival of Ted Cord's Blue Beetle show up and rescue Jaime, and by trapping Dynasties in a kinetic plasma gel, which is a new technology that Ted's been experimenting with. And fun fact, the more Dynasty struggles, the more stronger the gel gets. With Ted helping Jaime up to his feet, he checks up on his friend. And from there, Ted lets him know that Cord Industries will handle Dynasties for the time being. And it's here where he introduces Jaime to his big sister, Victoria Cord, the CEO of Cord Industries. However, Jaime is, skeptical because of how dangerous alien technology can be. But Ted lets his friend know that although he's right to be cautious, Cord Industries is doing some good work in here in Palmera City to potentially solve world problems like hunger, water crisis, and diseases. And it's here where Victoria makes it clear that humanity is in need of a miracle, and alien technology, is the answer. With Jaime trying to get through to Dynasties, the mysterious Yellow Beetle transforms back into their human self, introducing herself as Zamora. I definitely butchered that name, don't judge me. And her scarab as Osma-esque. You see, I can't say names. It's terrible. Thus letting our heroes know that they're not science experiments. But Jaime assures her that he doesn't want to hurt them, and instead introduces himself and his scarab, only questioning why they attacked Cord Industries, but Dynasty makes it clear to Jaime that he was the target, not Cord Industries, much to his shock. And with Victoria stepping in with her team to transport Dynasties to a facility that's capable of detaining her, Jaime is still not sure about letting Cord Industries take her, without knowing who she is and why she did this. But Ted lets him know that they don't have a choice, since Gamorre's scarab is way out of control, and as it tried to kill Jaime, And so they can't let somebody like that, just roam free. Which Jaime can relate to closely with, since after the Reach's broadcast, Jaime has also not been in control of Kajada, and their connection has been lost lately. Regardless, Ted assures Jaime that the superhero community will handle dynasties and the Reach, if necessary. But keeping Jaime safe is their #1 priority. However, knowing that being grounded has taken a toll on Jaime's mental health, he offers Jaime a part-time internship at Cord Industries, which has to be unpaid, because of tax reasons. And although the Justice League wants Jaime to take a break from being a superhero, it doesn't mean that he can't still hang out with Ted. And if the Reach is really coming back, Ted wants the Blue Beetles to stick together, which Jaime is grateful for since, this is the best thing that has happened to him since coming to Palmera City. Picking up with Jaime returning back to Gloria's diner, Dude walks in on his aunties having an intimate moment, not knowing that they'd be up so late. But it's here where Aunt Gloria lets him know that he should be in bed, since he's working a double shift in the morning. She also lets him know that a friend's waiting for him in the back. And thus, it's here where Jaime finds Starfire, awaiting his arrival, and much to their surprise, Corey lets Jaime Reyes know that the planet is preparing for war, and he's the only one who can stop it. And that, folks, was the end of Blue Beetle, Graduation Day, issue #2. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly, truly means the world to me. Once more, Blue Beetle Graduation Day continues to be a fun time, and honestly, the word welcoming cannot be stressed enough. You don't need to be some Blue Beetle professional or some Blue Beetle enthusiast to get what's happening. The writing and the way the story presents itself is fun and engaging. And if I were a betting man, I would guarantee that anyone who's starting this book out would have a fun time. One of the things this issue did, which I really appreciate, is not going through the whole Yellow Beetle being the main villain trope. The MCU does this a lot, where it makes the villain of said person's movie the anti-version of that. Iron Man 1, has Ironmonger, Thor vs. Loki, Black Panther versus Killmonger. I'm not saying I'm tired of it or, I'm not a fan of it. I actually think that's a great way of telling stories. But I'm glad the writer here, at least for now, isn't going down that same path. It seems that the Yellow Beetle might be somewhat of an anti-hero. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where all that kind of leads down later on. Also, just seeing Ted Cord again, being extremely funny and campy is always a great time. And that's the thing about this issue. If there's something to take away from this comic, knowing that it's a good time is basically enough. And my God, the art, it's so fun and bubbly. Again, a fun time. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic say over at SuperCliff. And if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button. And also the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload. And so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue #2? Are you guys excited for 2023? And are you guys excited for the Blue Beetle movie? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.